think it's disrespectful and it's ghetto. If somebody want to marry
It's not
somebody,
ghetto.
yes, to tell somebody not to marry somebody, like, that's just disrespectful. Like, we're adults. If you're in a stage where you want to get married, you know, even if it's the wrong choice for your life, it's your life. You know what I mean? Everybody got to go through their phases and stages.
True.
And a marriage, if you're making a decision as an adult for a marriage, if somebody was to tell me they don't want, you're ghetto. Like, no, don't tell me that.
You know the vibes. It's Rico Hundo, and we are HERE at 8 at the table.
If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, love, subscribe, follow, Instagram, TikTok. We are independent production, so we appreciate all the love.
Also, we are the #1 talk show. But in order to be the #1 talk show, we got to kick it off with some crazy, spicy topics. Before we get into that, let's actually tell who we have on the panel today.
Hi guys, I'm Kellyanne.
And I'm Jasmine.
All right, so today's topic, would you ever stop a wedding, whether it be with a loved one or a friend?
There's no just plain answer. I feel like so much would have to go into it. Why are you doing it? What's the reasoning? What's your relationship with the couple? My instinct is to say no because, whoa. And I picture it happening at the wedding, you know, the big objection, standing up, a big moment. I object. I don't know if that's for me. If you were to stop a wedding, do it before the wedding. You know what I mean? Call them before. You know what I mean? Pull them aside. There's a whole, people plan weddings for years. Some don't, but some do, you know, I'm planning a family wedding right now, and we've been planning it for 2 years. Plenty of time for someone to step in and say, I don't think so.
I feel like that whole big I object scene.
Oh, it's so dramatic.
It's drama, right? And it seems like that's
we're
only
not
done
Taylor
in
Swift.
TV.
We're not Taylor Swift writing Love Story, being like, this is it. It's not.
But I love that.
Well, okay, but it's not always like that because you got to think about that. If you're going to stand up at a wedding and say, I object, you know, Granny in the front row is like, what? You know what I mean?
Sit down, please.
What's happening? You have to be ready for the consequences of that.
Do you know anybody was dating somebody that you absolutely despise? And if they were getting married, would you try to stop it? And let's say, think about it like this, right? Yeah, you could try to stop it beforehand. And I agree.
Yeah.
But let's take it a step further, right? That person that we're speaking of, whoever you know that was dating someone that you really didn't like, and they were not listening to you this entire time. You're trying to say, don't get married. And now they're at the actual wedding. Are you still going to that 10th mile to stop it?
I'm not. At that point, I'm not. If I had tried, first of all, if I'm trying to tell my friend that she shouldn't get married over and over and over again, I don't think I'm going to get invited to the wedding. I think she's going to be like, okay, I'm over you. I'm going to get married. You're not invited. So I don't think I'm going to be there, to even have an option to object. You know, I have a friend right now, and she's dating someone that I don't particularly like, but I don't like him because he's never done anything to me. I don't like the way he treats her. And so, but is that my decision?
It isn't, but that's a perfect reason for you to try to get her to see or try to think about if this marriage is really what she wants.
Right.
Because on the outside looking in, you can always see things that the person in the relationship doesn't see.
Right.
So you can bring it to her attention, this is what I feel. As your friend, this is what I feel. And some friends will keep it to themselves.
I think it's disrespectful and it's ghetto. If somebody want to marry
It's not
somebody,
ghetto.
yes, to tell somebody not to marry somebody, that's just disrespectful. I feel like we're adults. If you're in a stage where you want to get married, you know, even if it's the wrong choice for your life, it's your life. You know what I mean? Everybody got to go through their phases and stages.
True.
And a marriage, if you're making a decision as an adult for a marriage, if somebody was to tell me they don't want, you're ghetto. No, don't tell me that.
I think it's true. Everyone's an adult, and a
business.
marriage is a huge commitment. And I think once you're in that stage of your life, let me ask you this: what if you were involved? What if there was you were the other woman type thing, and you wanted to break it up because, say, I was the other woman, and they're getting married.
That's ghetto. I was the other woman to somebody before that they were already married, and I just feel like even stepping into a space, you know your space, you know what I mean? That's just ghetto for you to break it up.
My sister, right? She got engaged almost 2 years ago. Somebody that I don't particularly care for. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know some of my family members disagree with it. Me, my thing is I'm a type of person where I tell you once and I let you live your life. At the end of the day, you're going to have to learn, right? So like I'm not stopping the wedding. I don't think there's really a situation that would make me stop a wedding, only because when I say like, hey, I don't like this and or I believe such and such or I don't think you should get married to such and such, I voice my opinion. I'm not a person that's gonna hold back, and everybody's gonna know. You and your spouse. You're gonna both know I don't like your relationship, and these are the reasons why I don't like it.
But why would they care?
But that's what I'm saying.
Why would you care what outside people think about your personal relationship?
I mean, like, it depends on who it is. Like, outside people, I won't care. But, like, people I hold close to me and people that I trust their opinions, I'm going to care. You know, like, if me and Amanda's been best friends for 10, 15 years, and Amanda comes to me and say, hey, look, I don't think that you and your wife or you or your soon-to-be wife should be together, and these are my reasons, I'm going to take it into consideration because I know that as my best friend, you got my best interest at heart. So, and I feel like as your best friend, I don't think that a best friend should go, you know, without saying and their true feelings of your relationship.
Right. I think that's absolutely fair and not ghetto because
I just think that like you don't want to hear my opinion about your
but
relationship.
If it's your best friend, your
know what I
mom,
mean?
your dad, your sister, you're gonna want them to tell you how they genuinely feel about who you're getting married to. Because what if they
I
see
sleep
things,
with that? I know who he is. I sleep with him. I fuck him.
but
We do, you know
like
what I
I
mean?
said before, people
bills,
on the
whatever.
outside can see things that you yourself laying in bed with this person don't really see. So you're in this
that's from their
marriage
space
committed.
of perspective. You know what I mean?
I totally get it, but years down the line in this marriage, you can start to notice things that they've been noticing, and then you're gonna complain to them. You're gonna tell them your issues, and they're gonna be like, well, you know, I saw that already. And you're gonna be like, well, why didn't you tell me? We could have avoided this and we could have like not been married.
I think the only
that's
way
not taking responsibility for who you are. If you're an adult and you're like getting married is a commitment, you know, just like taking a job. If you know what you're doing,
it's a big deal, exactly. So if you can stop it.
Yeah, but like, let's take it like this, right? Yeah, it's a job. Getting married is a big commitment, like taking that job, right? But how many people are not happy once they get their job, but they were excited when they first got it?
All right, so when they're in that space, they deal with that space.
Yeah, but like
No,
some
it's
things
so much
could be
easier to
avoided.
leave a
That's what we're
job.
saying. So like my thing is like I'm not saying I'm gonna stop the wedding. Where I am the type of person where I won't go to the wedding.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
like
disrespectful
that's
too.
True.
When it may.
Why do you care that much about
Okay, but
my
I think-
personal?
I think the only
Because
reason
it's
I
that's just weird to me. Like,
I think
don't
the
know.
only reason I would care that much is if it was like dangerous.
Like, y'all ain't fucking
like
me,
no, but
what
like
the
what if
fuck?
it's not even about that? Like what if the
It's none of
couple?
your
What if
business.
he's an addict? What if he's dangerous? What if she's dangerous? What if she's an addict? Like
What if she need to go through that to become who
watched-
she gonna be? Like,
Yeah, but some
I
people-
just feel like it's nobody's business.
yeah,
like,
but what
waste
if you can
years.
get? What if you can tell your friend to get out of it? And because some people
you
are
don't
so
think she know if she like we, you know what I mean? It's
she
not
knows,
like
but
we dumb,
some
we adults.
but some
It's like,
people
you
some
know
people
what's right
feel
and
they
what's
can't
wrong.
leave. Some people feel they
That's
can't leave. So it's
false. I don't
Or
believe
some
that
people
either.
don't find a listen, right? Some people think that whatever's being done could be justified. And that's another problem, right? So like let's just say there are women who got married to somebody, you know, and I hate to use this as an example, but let's say that domestic violence was happening and they got married to this person knowing that it was happening, but for them domestic violence in that situation could be justifiable, and that's why they were pursuing that marriage.
maybe the
You know,
marriage would
so
fix it.
There's a lot of things that could go into it, and that's why when I'm saying like when you have an outside perspective from somebody that is valid, not just a random person or the public or the media, but somebody that you hold close to you, and you know they tell you I don't think you should do X, Y, and Z. Like I said, I voice my opinion. I'm not going to stop it. If you want to do it, go do it. But when I'm not a part of something, I'm not a part of it at all. So I'm the type of person like, hey, you're my best friend, Amanda.
That
Love
would
you
be
to
hurtful
death.
and selfish.
No, it's not selfish, but like at
It
this,
is because it's like, you know. Like,
yeah,
I
but
just
it's
feel
like more so like
if you really cared about that person so much, you would support them in whatever stage of their life they're in. You can't even if you have a husband, my husband is gonna go through in 20 years different stages of life.
possibly.
Or even your friend, your best friend, they're gonna be different people, different stages, go through different ups and downs, and it's
But
like I
when
feel
they
like
get
if
to
you
that-
genuinely love someone, you just like, all right, this is what I feel, but I'm gonna stick for the ride.
Well,
'cause
me
I fuck with you.
personally,
that's your
I'm
life.
going to stay how I feel, and if said person still decides to go through with the marriage, I'm going to the wedding.
Right. Thank you, sis.
Yeah, I'm not gonna not go to the wedding.
Celebrate with me, and
But
then when we break
I'm
up,
also not going to
Let me cry
lie
on
and
you.
say
No.
that I'm going to be in full support of the marriage, of the relationship, just because that's my best friend. I'm gonna show up because it's the right thing to do. But I'm not gonna say
And it's tea. Like you could.
it's an open bar.
We're just gonna say it's an
Actually,
open bar.
It's free food.
Like it's it's
a
meal.
party.
Man.
It's a party. You
At
sit
the end
there
of the
with your
day,
wine and you watch it. And you're like,
everybody's gonna be there. I'm gonna go, but
I will say too, like if I am the type of person that like I will voice my opinion, like you said, Rico. Like I will let people know if it gets to that point, right? And it depends on my relationship with that, all this, all that. But then, like down the line, if they ever did break up, I will be there. I'll be there, and I'll listen to you. I don't know if I'll say
I'm not
I
letting
told
nobody
you
know
so, but
about
like
the man. Like I'm
like-
not letting you know
I
about the
hate
nigga
that
that you
the
fucked.
I don't like that. I feel like that's petty.
When I got engaged to my new guy, my ex, the one that used to take care of me and all this other stuff, he knew I was engaged, and like 2 weeks later, he's like, "Marry me, I'll get you a new car, I'll get you whatever you want." But he knew I had just got engaged, so
That's more so I feel like a control thing. Like if I was a guy and I was dating you, right, and we broke up, and now you're getting engaged to another man, like it just makes
if you were
me
the
feel
last
like,
boyfriend,
yeah,
you would be
I feel like I'm losing. Now I really lost you.
Yeah.
And like now it's like when I feel like I really lost you, I'm probably willing to do almost anything to get
Yeah.
you back.
Yeah.
Including stopping a wedding if I truly love you. You know what I'm saying? Like
so you, Rico, like you yourself, are that courageous enough to go and stop a wedding?
first of all, listen, I don't love for no like my love is strong. Like I ain't loving for no reason.
Okay, I hear
If
you.
I love you, I love you. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And if I love you that much and you try to get married to another man, nah, I'm definitely gonna try to stop it. Or I also know how to play my role in a sense where maybe I might not try to stop it. Go get married to him, right? We still gonna do what we do.
I'm like you, like I love so hard, and like my love is so real, and so like nobody will love you better than me. Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody. Darling. Nobody. And so if I really feel like I love you so much, and like if I feel like you're the one, and if I do see you get engaged, I'm gonna feel like I don't know if I'll feel like, well, I'll be at that wedding and I'm gonna say I object. Like I'm not gonna do that, but I'm just gonna I'm gonna do something really sly on the side with him. Maybe like ask him to dinner and like just like be
Wow.
like, are you sure?
Or I just wait.
And I know that's like really like, but I would do it because I just if I knew.
That's calm though.
I would not
If
do it. I would
found
not make a
like,
scene.
Let's say when I got engaged, like I'm beating her up. That's disrespectful.
I know, but
That's
listen,
real disrespectful.
that's
You
how
guys
I would
get
feel
beat
too
up.
if I was getting married and then if my fiance's ex-girlfriend came out of the fucking
I'm
blue
fucking up.
and was like, let's go to dinner, I want to tell you how much, I'd be like, no,
And
you're not going.
if I ever find out who
bitches
you
like
fucking
that.
with, I'm sending my friends. I swear to everything I love. I'm sending my friends.
Sending your friends.
Yeah,
I'm
girl,
pulling up.
go get
No,
it
I'm
out.
going myself.
No,
Why
I'm
not?
sending my friends to go after your nigga. Like, if you was to do that to me, if I ever find out who your man is, sis, you better hold on tight.
Oh.
'Cause
Facts.
I'm
I
really
know a
sending the
couple
wolves after him.
I think it's
Yeah.
also a security thing,
For
right?
sure.
I feel like the new guy, the person that, they're marrying, is the right person. They check all the boxes, they look good on paper.
Yeah.
Sometimes girls just get married because they just really get emotional from their last relationship. Their last relationship sometimes just be so bad, or something
they
has
fall right
happened.
into
They get right into a new relationship, and
They
then
fall right into
That person
cage.
seems
person-
like everything.
No, that person is just going fast, and then
Yeah.
they don't even know how to say no.
Yeah.
So then they end up being in a relationship that's going to a marriage standpoint, and they're not even ready for that themselves.
So, but here's the thing on that. So it's just it's unfinished business. So she should take care of herself before moving on. She should close that chapter. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I
like
agree.
there should just be
that
no.
doesn't always happen.
It doesn't
because
always
some people
happen,
can
but I-
only move on getting into another relationship and
Yeah.
falling for someone else. That's how people move on.
Yeah.
That's not really even moving on. I call that pushing to the side. You know what I'm saying?
If I'm dealing with someone new, there's no way I'm thinking about my ex
If
anymore.
if it comes close after, then I am.
Yeah, and as soon as y'all go through a rough patch, you're gonna start comparing.
The comparison is always going to be there. Not even like when you go through a rough patch. Like once you start dealing with someone new, it's like, oh my God, this person treats me so much better than this person. Like, and they just become the person that they feel like they need now.
Yeah, but if that was the case, then you, Amanda, would have never made some U-turns in your life. And this is what I'm trying to say, because because when you do that, you jump from one relationship to the next relationship to the next relationship, you're constantly comparing, and those type of people typically make U-turns when that new relationship ends because they're going right back to the previous one.
For me personally, if I'm dating and I'm still thinking about my ex, I'm not ready to move on.
I mean, I agree. I don't think that you should ever get married if you have enough, or a lot, I should say, of love for the previous relationship.
Yeah.
Despite even if you think it's the best thing to do, I don't think you should do that because I just feel like you're too vulnerable right now and you're not really thinking clear.
So I think in closing, I would have to say, if I really loved the person and I thought that they were supposed to be with me instead of who they were marrying, I would pull them aside and have a moment with them before the wedding. I would not make a scene at the wedding. I would not object.
I'm objecting. And if I truly, truly love you, you're not leaving me. I don't care what wedding that you pay for and whoever paid for it. I might even take the ring and pawn it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going that far.
In closing, I think it's disrespectful and it's ghetto. I would never stop nobody's wedding, nobody's personal life between like they man.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this conversation. Definitely talk to your friends about it and let your friends know about 8 at the Table. We are the #1 talk show. So we're 8 at the Table. My name is Amanda. Thanks for watching.